up to the sunrise, let the day begin. Johnny and Mark are here, let the laughter in. With every sip of coffee, feel the warmth inside. Conversations and humor take you for a ride. Your morning boost with Johnny and Mark, a perfect blend of laughter, igniting the spark, inspiration and insight. Join the journey, let them light your way. It's a brew of connection, a world to explore, a network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you. As the day unfolds, carry what you've heard, inspire and inform with every single word. Johnny and Mark beside you as you start a new day, the morning show that lifts you through and through. A network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I got my coffee, I got my dollars, and I'm looking for deals. Am I at the right place?
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
Bless you, my child. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sister Mary Agnes. You may have heard about me from my friend Cajun Roots reseller, Johnny. I met Johnny many years ago when he was purchasing furniture from Frankie and Johnny's in Louisiana. They were not going to give him credit, and I vouched for him. I said, let him have it with no problem. He's got the dollars. See the special man.
Let him have it with no problem.
Understand. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. I say,
I'm Johnny's Don't Girl. I'm here to say subscribe, hit the bell, not my belly button, and share out his shows. Always give him a thumbs up. You can even become a member. Buy him a coffee and follow his other channels like the cooking shows, my favorites, his fur babies, and more. Leave a comment. And when you watch a video, you're showing him your support.
Hi, I was looking for some jewelry. I'm going to be getting married soon. No, I don't have any credit.
Well, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, if you own a fixed income, even if it's on a sale, in the Cajun Roots Reseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. We'll let you have it with no problem.
Johnny has many auctions, chat shows, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and best is Monday night bingo, where it's all free and you can win prizes. All are welcome, but there's no drama or negativity tolerated on any of his channels. Now go, child, with my blessings. Watch Cajun Roots Reseller. Love always. Be kind to one another and have a blessed day.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
see the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun Roots
Hello, good morning, and welcome on this Taco Tuesday. How's everybody?
Good morning.
And how are you doing today, Mr. Mark?
I'm good.
How's Michael doing today?
He's fine. We're
Awesome.
one step closer.
Awesome sauce. First in the chat today is Regina. Hello, good
Good
morning.
morning, hon.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Stay up late packing orders. Urgh. I've been up early this morning. I've been up since 2 o'clock, getting a lot of work done.
I've
Craig,
been up since
hello, good morning.
2:30.
When?
2:30.
2:30. Okay. A half hour ahead of you. And
Well, good
Stephanie,
morning,
hello, good morning, and welcome.
Stephanie.
How are you doing? It's good to see you. Carol, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Hey, girl.
You're
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And Michael, hello, good morning, and welcome. Did you reschedule your show yet? I know you were talking about redoing it. Claudette, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Let us know if you do decide to, and when you're going to reschedule it. And we also have Jennifer. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Jennifer.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Good to see you. Ready dropping those links. That's today at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12.
That's right.
I'll be on first slot at 1:30 today. And
Geneva, my G girl.
Good morning, Geneva. It was a tongue twister for
What?
me.
We're cutting out, Johnny.
I know. I saw that. Yeah, just crazy. 2 a.m. is like when I go to sleep. Yeah, I'm getting my day started. Denise, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Colleen, hello, good morning, and
Good
welcome.
morning.
And how are you? Good to see you. I have not rescheduled yet. Okay. Looking forward to when you do.
Morning, Miss D.
All right, and Jennifer's dropping those links out. So Mark, what do you got going on like today and the rest of this week?
Well, I'm going to be with Janice. We're going to do the Friend Selling with Friends. It's going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern and go till 7 Eastern. And I'm pretty sure that Tooch is going to be the caboose.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow, I'm going to be on the Hump Day auction with Miss D and several others.
And Michael, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
And then Sunday, we have Angie's Oddities and Southern Siren Vintage as our guest.
Awesome. That's awesome to hear, Michael. Michael says it woke up on the right side of the bed.
All right. That helps.
I'm always on the left side of the bed. All right. And today, of course, I'll be on with the Friend Selling with Friends at 1:30. And the rest of the week, tomorrow is Hump Day auction where we're going to have Julie and Jim, Miss Denise. We also have Tooch Man and Mark from Two Old Guys. This guy right here. Yeah,
All right.
tomorrow.
I do. That Jim and Julie, Jim is hilarious.
And of course, we'll have Debbie and Max and also Miss Denise. Yeah, that's our
Well,
lineup.
they're pretty sweet too.
Yeah. So, yep, that's what we got going on tomorrow with our lineup. Well, I always ask you if you would like a specific topic that you would like for us to talk about. You're more than welcome to either comment on anything on our videos or email or Instagram or message me on Facebook. And someone has made a comment on one of our videos on one of our morning shows. And we're going to turn their comment into a topic for this morning because it was a great question. So without further ado, let's go into the topic of the day. Without further ado, here we go. All right.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I saw that. Today is it's never too late to respond to negativity in a chat with a positive response. In a chat, when someone hits you up with a negative statement, what do you feel is the best response? While we strive always to be positive, sometimes others are determined to take us down with their negativity. Responding to negativity. When faced with a negative statement, the key is to choose a response that protects your peace without escalating
Escalating. There you go.
the conflict. While it is tempting to fight fire with fire, this rarely works and often leaves you feeling drained. A more effective strategy is to stay calm, set boundaries, and avoid getting pulled into another person's negativity.
Acknowledge and redirect. You can briefly acknowledge their statement without agreeing with it. Then quickly shift the conversation to a more positive or neutral topic. Set a boundary. You can clearly and calmly state that you aren't willing to engage in negative conversation. This works well with people who are consistently negative. Ignore and disengage. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. If the person is only looking for a reaction, denying them that satisfaction can shut down the negativity. Ultimately, your goal isn't to change their mind, but to protect your own energy and well-being. By choosing a thoughtful response, you can maintain your positive outlook even when others are determined to take you down. Amen.
Amen on that one. And hello, good morning, and welcome. It's me, Angie. And Michael
Hi,
says, I
sweetheart.
love that. I am learning every day. Michael says, I am positive. I call you out for being a brat in a chat. I like that. And that's a good thing, Michael. Little Debbie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Michael says, I am deleting all my videos on my birthday and setting a new standard. I don't know about that. If you have watch hours that you're trying to keep and/or views, you might not want to do that because that'll hurt you too.
Yeah, you might just put them to private.
Yeah, or unlisted. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you do that, you're gonna hurt yourself with all your comments, your views, your watch hours, and if you're trying to get monetized, that'll never get there for that reason. So be careful.
Hey, Randy.
Randy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? My new thing is just saying noted. Yep, that's a good one. Now remember, we always can agree to disagree, but we all need to be able to be mindful of other people that are coming into a chat with their negativity because you just never know what they're going through. But there's always ways that you can not attack them. It's not how you reply. I'll look at it this way when I think about this. It's not what you say, but how you say it. But also, don't think about it as a reply. How it goes again? Don't respond, react. Don't react, respond. That's the only best way you can take care of it and keep it neutral. And it only escalates if you engage in that type of belief in the chat. Best to just make that positive, not delete. Private, not delete. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because if you do that, you can lose everything you have. What's up? Good morning and welcome, Patrick.
Patrick.
He's in the office. Yeah, you got to let it go. Yes. Because it's only going to eat you up and drain you in your energy. I will do unlisted and thank you for. Yes, don't delete. If you do, you're going to have to start all over. All that work you already did. Never attack the person, address the behavior. Exactly. Be proactive, not reactive. There you go. That's what I was looking for right there. Thank you, Stephanie. Exactly. Because you get a lot out of it if you be proactive, not react. Because if that's the case, you're just going to make it worse. I love hearing your advice, Johnny. Well, we try to do the best we can. We all agree to disagree. Some people have their own opinions, but again, we all need to respect that. Black and white text. Yes, exactly. What you going to say, Mark?
Nope. I was just having a sip of my coffee.
So, what are your replies in the chat for today's topic? Do you ignore it or do you engage in it? Do you try to deactivate the negativity that's in your chats if you are in somebody's chat? Do you stay calm?
or do you just clearly just attack and go the defense?
Well, I'm going to say that I stay calm. It's happened a couple of times, and I thank them for their opinion.
Right.
Um, that's one. And it's after the fact where I'm not on camera and I can cuss and scream and
We've had a lot of those. Cheryl, hello, good afternoon, morning, and welcome. It could be afternoon for some of you, just getting your day, ending the day. Never went to bed last night because I hear some people have been packing orders. I try to stay calm, and that's the best thing you can do. But I have made mistakes, and we all do. We all do. Sometimes I am post stir.
oh, we know it, we know it, Debbie.
You don't stir the
Love it.
pot, do you, little Debbie? That's right. React instead of yeah. And of course, Carol's one that she does ignore it. But sometimes it cannot be ignored. I understand that. Um, but no one is perfect. You cannot. There's sometimes that you just. It depends on how your day is going. They may hit you the wrong way. You let them have it, right? I've done that before. I'm sure y'all have heard it because I know I did. No one is perfect. All make mistakes. Rise above, learn, and keep yourself positive. And what stirs. That's right. That is so true, Stephanie.
It is, Stephanie.
And that's what we all here for, to be together and help each other through whatever it may be. I'm a Libra. We hold stuff for life. Ooh, not me. Hetty, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Good morning, Hetty.
I block. Yeah, you do, Carol. That is true. But again, I look at it this way. A lot of times it's harder to say yes and stay calm, depending on how your day is going, because sometimes we do have a rough day, and sometimes you just it can't be avoided sometimes. I understand that. But again, it's just like, for example, not only in a chat, but say, for example, you get an email or you get a message either on Facebook, Instagram, or in your email, or you get a text message on your phone and somebody says something that you disagree with. Sometimes, I know from my history, I tend to wait 12 to 24 hours if I get upset with an actual email message or anything like that. Then I reply. But there's sometimes I just don't wait. They get the wrath of how I feel the minute I get it. Have you ever did that, Mark? Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, yes. And then before I hit send, it's like, no, wait a minute.
Put the brake.
You better have this discussion before you do it. Have somebody read it. I don't like to go to, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I really don't like going there.
Yeah. Cheryl says most of the time I try to avoid because sometimes people are just looking for attention. And that is so true, Cheryl.
Yeah, Cheryl.
That is so true. Yeah. It is so true. Under the weather from the heat. Oh no, Hetty. Stay
Oh,
hydrated. Drink a lot of water. And I hold on to. Oh Lord Jesus. No wonder. Carol's a Libra too.
oh, Lord.
He does hold on to a lot. Love you both. Love you. But man, I don't need stirring. Yeah, we don't need to stir up anything. Nope.
There's enough of it out there. Just look.
I like to engage. Let's do this. But I'm also a troll and don't like take it life. And seriously, I can make you right about that one, Patrick. That is so true. And a lot of times that's what you gotta do, turn it into a good laugh. And sometimes they just have an evil spirit just out of the spite. When your son, you preach it, girl, preach it. You're so true. It's so true. Jessica, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And sometimes it just nothing you can do or say to stop it. Sometimes it's just
Morning,
all
Jessica.
stay with the little Debbie, react and respond. I put it in a priority. If I say something will make a difference.
Yeah.
That's true. Makes me feel humble. I'm loving overall Mark that back in stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. I noticed that this morning when he came in.
There you go.
All right, so Randy
Now,
says, I can be lethal if I reply immediately, so I always make myself cool down. Going over a dialogue in my head until I am. Yeah, and sometimes it's worth doing that. Would you want to say more?
if my sisters were watching, they'd go, "Oh my God, you look like Dad."
I must say though, catching me the wrong time and it's taking over and I'm back out. Yep, that is true. Johnny, ooh, I know it. Do I know it? Because look, Carol and I have a lot of talks here and there, and it's like, don't you think
Will you
that's
hold
what
it
you
against me,
wanted?
Carol? Mm-hmm.
That's right. You got to be yourself. That's right. That's right. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. But when it comes to live shows and chats, that's not the place to do it. And that's a good thing. You always want to learn. We always need to be open to learn. I'm not telling you. I just now notice love it. Overall, yeah, I did a live this morning. I think may mention you, Angie. Do I have to call you sharing? Do I have to call you sharing? I don't have. I don't share your info. That's not my place. But I do let you know my opinion about certain things. But you do what you got to do. What's best for you. All right. Sometimes working with them to redirect their thoughts and ways of reacting can work. That is true. That is true, Stephanie. I know some people who have changed greatly from other working with them. Yes, and it does take a while sometimes, but you can't help those who don't want to help themselves. A lot of times they're asking you for help, asking you for your opinion. What would you do? And then they're going to do what they want anyway. So,
Isn't that the truth?
yeah. Regina says sometimes it is okay to immediately respond in paper form or an email, but do not send it right away. Write it down, get it into your system, then think about it. Yep, exactly. But
Yep.
I have to say, there are just a few times I can count on one hand that I have not waited because I wanted them to hear how I felt. I've done that less than 5 times, less than one handful. Deborah, hello, good morning, and welcome. And
Deborah. Hi, honey.
like some of y'all know, I don't hold my tongue. I don't bite it either. Person, hello, wearing overalls all the time. Positive influence me in a bad way. I need to forgive and move on. You have to. Yes, sometimes it can eat you up. It's not good. True that. All you can do is try. That's all you can do. The middleman. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Good
Good
morning.
and welcome. I've come a long way. I used to rip people. Oh, you sure did, boo. You sure did. I had been there and I heard about it and threw away the t-shirt, child. I don't hold back either. No, she don't. And sometimes you do have to stand your ground and stand. Some of us believe in certain things, and there's nothing wrong with it. We all need to agree to disagree, and then some people have their own beliefs, and we have to respect that. Yeah, that's true, Carol. Everybody's different. I've been abused. We all have. Yeah, in one way, shape, or form.
If you, how do I put this? And this goes back to an early conversation about how to forgive yourself and forgive the people that have wronged you.
Yep.
You're forgiving yourself for being in that position in the first place.
Or allowing yourself for that to happen.
Yes. Um, but I could be mad at my one of my exes for the rest of my life, but he's taking up space in my head if I allow it. I got better things to do than worry about what that fool's doing now.
I look at it this way: are they paying you rent to stay in your mind?
No, they're not.
No, they sure ain't. Randy says, I figured that person is drumming luckier than they did not say what they wait, didn't say what they did in person. There'll be a wrath of God. Yes, it is. You right about that one, Randy. If I'm wrong, I'll go on. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Oh, I'll let you know if I did something wrong. I sure will. And that's one way you got to do it. Respect their way. If they acknowledge it and they know what they did wrong, it's what you do with it from there on and correct yourself and not let it happen again. I think for
Yep,
some
Cheryl.
wisdom comes with age, and you look at this comment and decide it's not worth it, and then begin glad it's not standing in your space. That is so true, and that is I do that a lot. I really do. Now sometimes there's just a how do you call that, a Debbie Downer, and there's nothing you can say or do. Most of the time, if I am already in that person's live and I see that happening and it doesn't escalate into the point of out of the chat, I'm gone. I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be there. And I won't stay there. I hate to say this, but sometimes you must.
Michael, sometimes you must speak up and not allow. No matter what you say,
Yep.
if they're spreading lies, okay, they're talking about you for one. Apparently, you're important enough where they need to be tell you how to do your life. But I learned a long time ago there's two types of people: the ones that believe what they see and the ones that believe what they hear. And I've lost some very close friends of mine because they believed what they heard.
Yep.
And it's really sad.
And in my mind, I look at it this way. If I was not there and I did not see it or I wasn't there to witness it, I can't I can't rely on that. I can't reply on it either because I don't know. I wasn't there. You can tell me all you want. It doesn't mean I'm going to believe it. I
No,
do that a lot. Stephanie says, "Yep, no one deserves rent free in your head." That is so true. No, it's not worth it, and it's not because you're taking up the energy that you could be putting towards something you are relying on to better yourself. Why bring that down on yourself? Why worry about it? Let it go. Yeah, don't let it. It's not worth it. Me too, Caroline. What some of them killing her? That's right. Trust me, I know. I've been there, done that. Threw away the T-shirt. And yes, Mark, I have been learned. Let go, forgive, and find your happiness. You have to. Don't let them bring you down. I look at it this way: if somebody's going to do that to me, I'm allowing it. No,
yeah.
I can't allow it. No, I ain't got time for that. I'll usually say if this a deal breaker.
Is this a deal breaker?
Yep,
Most times it's not, so I move on.
exactly. And you have to forgive yourself first. You know, a lot of times we do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, and you know what they're known for, right? Them keyboard warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That is often the problem lines begin spreading. And again, I look again, and I know some of y'all may hear this every now and then. There's two sides of a story. No, there's really three. There's the person who's telling one story, the other person involves telling a different story, and then there's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't
Amen.
there. I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. I didn't witness it. I don't want to know about it. Sometimes, Johnny, someone seems like they're downing, but their life is bad. And yes, I understand some people, but don't allow it to keep going up in the chat, especially when you're doing a live. That's not the place for that. And I understand some people have bad things going on in their life. You want to talk about it to somebody, but bring it out away from somebody's live show. They're trying to have a good time. They're trying to keep the momentum going. They're trying to get the positivity going. But when somebody, and I'm just saying in general, I'm not saying just anybody in particular, I've seen it a lot in different live shows. And what's amazing is there are some people who, and I know y'all have seen it, me do it. I've had some people tell me how they like how I handle things sometimes. A lot of times you just have to keep on going, keep the flow, and change that negativity, change it to something positive. Try to navigate that around, just like if you in a boat down the Mississippi River, so to say. You know how it's got all those turns and twists. You got to navigate around it. You're the only one that can control it. It's your live, your chat. You have to control it. keep everybody in a positive way, because then what's going to happen 9 times out of 10 is either going to turn out to be some kind of drama that's going to bring those kind of people in. And then sometimes they're going to leave. It doesn't matter which way. What do you want for your life? And what they want to believe. Yep, that is so true.
Yep. And then Jen had a good comment.
But Michael, don't, if you have to defend yourself, if somebody's got that mindset, oh, but they believe it, well, they're not going to you and asking you. If I have somebody tells me something has happened before, I've been doing this for over 5.5 years, and trust me, there's a lot of times after a show is over, I have a conversation with certain people because I want to ask you, this is what was said. Is this true? I want you to shed the light on this. It has to do with me. I want to know the truth. I know the truth sometimes can hurt me. That's okay. But I don't want it in my chat. You and I are going to talk after a show. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do things. All right. Janice, hello, good morning, and welcome. It's called boundaries. Yes, that is so true. If you feel someone is toxic for you, bye. Yep. Gotta go. Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord unsplit you. Your mental health is more important than internet drama. Yes. That is so true. So it's up to you to shift it in a different way. But don't allow them, unlike we were saying earlier, and Stephanie even made that comment, it's not worth them taking up the rent in your head. I ain't got time for that. My time is precious. My time is important. My time is valuable.
Now, if you want to know something about me that you've heard, reach out to me.
Yes. Yes. Now, I'm going to tell you right now.
But if you don't and you want to believe.
That's right. Because if somebody says he said, she said, you should not be falling for that. Don't follow. Leave it alone.
What are you getting out of it?
Nada, zilch, nada. To me, anyone who slanders people in live chats, for example, the human does too, they are wrong by your own example. Exactly. Don't fall for it. Don't get drawn into it. Go away. Do something else. Change that whole atmosphere. There are avatar channels that just get up there and ruin their mouth. Yes, there is. And this is so funny you say that, Patrick. Especially on the weekend when my main page on my YouTube channel is filled with stories about this person, that person, and this person. I am not going to fall for that because I don't know the person. They're slandering somebody else. But guess what? I'm not going to fall for that because you know what? You're giving them the watch hours. You're giving them the support that they're going out after a certain person. And I see that a lot. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not going to go. It's none of my business. I don't know that person. If I would directly go to them and say, hey, what's going on? Why are they doing all this? No, it's not my business. It's not my problem. But if somebody came to me with, what would you think about, or give me your thoughts and advice, that's a different story, because then now you're asking me for some help. I cannot tell you what to do. I can only advise you what I would do in that situation. Leave it alone. Get away. Close the door. Not
Amen,
today.
Cheryl.
All right, Cheryl says, I don't like he said, she says. I don't either. Come to me and I'm going to. And that's all you can do. Don't worry about who said, she said, this, that, and the other, because it's not going to get you nowhere. I don't have time for the nonsense. That is so true. We don't. We should not and will not.
Well, and a mantra that I have lived by for many, 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 many years is, hey, if they're talking about me, they're leaving somebody else alone.
Amen.
Okay.
And Michael,
I am that important that they got to talk about me. Cool.
Michael says, Johnny, I believe if someone thinks I am this horrible person, why not get to know me? And that's the first thing I always say. Do you know that person? Have you got to know that person? If not, then why even worry about it? Why waste your breath? Why waste the energy? There is. And that's so true. That's a good one, Cheryl. Yes, it sure is. And that you can't let it tear you down. You can't let it take your energy away. 3 sides to every story. Yours, theirs, and the truth.
Yes.
And there's something in between. Yes, that's true. Now, I have been known, especially with the first 2 years I was doing YouTube. There was a lot of people who would bring me into a back room, and it was the two people that was involved, a mediator and myself. And they both told their side of the story, asked me for my opinion, and I best told them, if y'all can't get along together, then y'all need to be apart. Yeah, y'all might be friends, but is that friendship worth it? No. Go y'all separate ways. I've done that before too. Yes.
Perfect. Yes. Totally agree. You get an email or you get a phone call and go, da, 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 da. Well, you know, maybe you should think about not being with them anymore.
When I see presenting of an auction with a reseller or a chat, it makes me uncomfortable. So I will sometimes leave and then come back in a little later. Now you have to do that sometimes. Yes. I don't want to
Right.
bring. I ain't bringing no energy down on me because of somebody else, Johnny. There are people that have no one to talk to. Yes, that's true. But there's always, and I'm not saying this in general. I'm just saying this an overall statement. There are ways that you can communicate with somebody without having to actually call them on a phone, because I ain't got time sometimes to talk on a phone. But if somebody would send me an email, a message on Facebook or Instagram, I will take the time to listen and give them my opinion, or if they were asking for it, or just somebody that needs somebody to listen to. I just don't have that time on my phone to do so. Now, with that being said, not everybody has a chance to listen to everyone because we all have a busy life sometimes. So I understand that somebody needs someone to talk to sometimes, but respect them as well. If you're trying to talk to somebody, make sure you respect their ability to give you that time out of respect. Just little beggars on the street corner. There are people who bleed people on YouTube and always getting donations. Yeah, that's true too. It does happen. Yeah, it does. And if I am Madonna, well, life, well, it is life. Well, we're not saying you are. I'm just saying in general. Now, remember, everything we're talking about, we're not saying on anybody in the chat. Please don't take it that way. We're not here pinpointed about somebody. So, Michael, please don't take it that way. We are talking in general, not pinpointing somebody in the chat or anybody in our community at that either. I don't care when people have a bad day. There's never an excuse to attack another on the chat. Amen on that one. All right, Regina says it's like when I worked in the prison. The person behind the door was being immorally and nasty. The door opened. They will sometimes change their action. Yes, that is so true. That's right. You're right about that. Yeah, that is so true, little Debbie. And we do. Yes, we do. If one person would ask you what, Michael? It's okay. We all have different lives. Johnny, I wish just one person would ask me. I am confused. What are we supposed to ask you, Michael? Some people just need to display their victim to feel better about themselves. That's true too. But again, it's not a place when somebody's doing a live. There's other ways to do that. It's a shame when some people do a live and start knocking people on their looks and other things. Oh God, there ain't no place for that. Have they looked?
No, there's not.
No, there is not. You are right about that, little Debbie. Deborah. You are right about that, Deborah. That is exactly right. Exactly. Ask me if I want to know something. That's right. If you want to know something, ask me. Don't ask somebody else. Joanne, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you, Johnny. I am glad you will not believe it. Look, like I said, I don't believe nothing. I don't. If I'm not there to witness it, and I do this a lot, when somebody tells me something, I said, "Okay, were you there? Did you witness it?" If the answer is no, then I don't want to hear it. No. And I think for me, it's because of when I was growing up, I had that a lot happen. And so my reply automatically when it's about just a particular person in my life, I didn't see it. I wasn't there. I did not witness it. So did you? If that answer is no, then I don't waste my time. That's just the way I am.
Carol, that's not a rumor, honey. He is sweet and sexy.
All right. Well, I didn't
Hmm.
get there yet. Horrible mistakes. We all have, Michael. We all have. Yes, always a great thing to go directly to someone. And exactly, you got to remember the old phone, the telephone game. Whisper something, and other people in the time went harder. You know that was so funny too because if you realize on some of those, I know in school when I was in grade school and high school and junior high and all that, we used to always play a game. The first person, the teacher would tell that first person in chair number one something, and then we had to whisper to every chair until it got to the end, and the last person in the last row had to stand up and repeat what was said to that last person. And 9 times out of 10, it was never what was said at the beginning. That's how things work. That chain reaction basically will always change it to the real story. John Michael, hello, good morning. Robert, good morning, hello, and welcome. Some people embellish. That is true. That is so true. And I only have one judge, and that's no one that lives in my life in a way that I have to listen to and have myself being judged by somebody. I do not judge anyone, and I will not be judged either, except for one person in my life, and that's God Himself. I heard a rumor that Mark is the coolest person. Okay,
Oh, that's
you
not a
may
rumor.
started the rumor. Did you hear that from Carol? Angie, it says, life is too short to spend my life in negativity and drama. Amen on that one, Angie. I know sometimes we all have to address things to be the most important to avoid. And that's true. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Oh, that's why you're here. Oh, there you go, Craig. We put you back to sleep. I love it. To be fair, it is hard to tell tone from an email. Yes, that's true. Sometimes you can tell, though. Not always, but yes. When I type in on this phone, I cannot say anything. Yeah, I don't like doing that on the phone. Yeah. All right, Jessica, have a great day. Thank you for being here. Never leave a chat if someone's saying something negative directly to at me. I just ignore them and drive them nuts. And then you know what? That's the best thing to do too. You know. I think my attitude came as I got older and saw that the wisdom of walking away. Quite means when I am younger and the people underestimated me because. Yeah, you know that. Yes, Craig. Go back to sleep. You don't know what you're talking about. You wasn't there. And that I understand that, Michael. But you know, sometimes we do have to change our thoughts, our thinking process when it comes to that. You can't let pain and hurt you rule you. Someone else around you that acts like that. Your choices are to rise above and to be a better person. I've always did that. I believe in that strongly. Yes, Johnny. There is a great group of people that have hated me and spread it lies. I wish someone would ask what happened instead of spreading one. And you know, I would not want to ask that in a live chat. That is not. And again, Michael, this is what I'm saying. This. So, and again, I would love to ask you, but I don't want to in a live show because that is something that should be discussed in a private chat, Facebook Messenger, or an email. But because I understand you've been through pain and things have happened and people are talking negative about you, but I would never ask you something like that in a live chat to bring the chat down because that's what's going to happen is it's going to bring it down in a negative way. And I don't want that. That's why I never asked you. I understand things go and understand it happens, but it's not a place to talk about it in a live chat. I've heard that to be true, Carol.
It is true.
No, it's not a rumor. It's true. All lies, Janine says. No, it's not. And are so you are some more cuddly bug. Oh, give you the chills. Yes, we sure did. Yep. All right, I'm trying to get caught up in the chat here. I'll tell you what, Mark, if you would start from right here, and I'll go ahead and start dropping links because I just realized it's.
Well, I gotta find out where you're at. Oh, I see you now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and start dropping links. I just realized we're talking.
Okay.
Good conversation going on today, and I love it.
I heard that one. It was such a good girl, never a troll. And then, well, come on. Yes, John Robert. Here. How's this? Uh, and Cheryl, let's see. That's right, Johnny. Judge not. God is my only judge, and I'm bold enough not enough to try to replace him.
That's right. Preach it, girl. And I was raised that way. That's just me. Uh, I'll never change.
At least you're cute.
We were just talking about your great. Yeah, he fell asleep and he woke back up and went back to sleep. Right? That's what he gets for sleeping. 2 hours ago. I love it. All right, let me go and get back in the chat.
Are you
here.
back?
Yeah, I got all my links dropped, and the link is in the top of the chat for anybody who would like to come on up. You're good.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, that's the best place to do it. It's not something that should be talked about in the chat. Yeah. Let's see. It said when some people constantly changing their channel name, trying to dodge the blackout, blowback, and that they cause. Yeah, I see that a lot too. Let's see. Remember, everyone has pain and hurt, but what is the difference is how we let it affect us. And that is so true. We have to learn from our mistakes, but also improve in it to make ourselves stronger. Not to improve because of somebody else that wants you to change. That'll never happen with me. Personal choice, you get down. That's right. You got to be the one who want to change. It's my channel. I believe more needs to stop worrying about who wins the argument and realize that sometimes. Yes, we have to. It's always good to agree to disagree. You got that wrong. I'm not sure what that's about. Stop assuming things. I have a short video that about a package left in the rain. Who knew that there would be people become so vicious? They left and moved on. Wow. If someone hears that I say something about them, there's a negative way, please contact me before assuming. And that is so true, Angie. And I'm good for that too. I will email you. If I got your number, I will text you. Yeah. All right, John.
Time to go to the barn. All right. Let's go, John.
Makers is the place to be. Yep. It's not about winning. And that is so true. It's not always about winning. And I don't think she was actually talking about you because there are some people who change their channels because of things that are happening in their channel. That's all, Michael. Don't take it personal. That is true. That is so true. And again, sometimes that happens. You got to do what's best for you. It's me. What's you, little Debbie? You're trying to stay calm. That's all we can do. Yes.
I'm going to go get some more coffee. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
All right. Michael said, again, it was all in general, Deborah saying, Michael. It's not directly to you. I have known in the 5.5 years I've been doing YouTube, there are some people who cause problems and they turn around, they change their name, trying to hide behind it. And then they try to hide themselves in other chats because they might be blocked. So it's not anything about you, Michael. It's in general. Remember that when we talk about this in the chat, We're not going to be talking about just anybody in particular because if they have a problem with you, they're going to contact you. Not in my chat. That's it. It's my fault. Oh, okay. Craig said it was your fault. You cannot always assume someone is talking about you specifically and mention you directly. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And it's in general. It's not, we're not talking about any particular person. We're not talking about you, Michael. We're just talking in general. That's one of the things about my morning shows you're going to realize. We're not, unless it's about Craig or it's Craig's fault, hashtag Craig's fault, that's different. But we're never going to point that it's somebody that we're talking about in the chat. That'll never happen here. Yeah. So don't assume we're talking about you, Michael. Okay. We've had a lot of people in our chats in the years that I've been doing YouTube that have changed their name, and we know why some of them do it. They've been blocked from channels and they think they can recreate a whole nother channel, try to be funny about it. So, yeah. So don't ever assume that we're talking about you. There you go. In general, there you go, Michael Craig. Do you, boo? You do you. Learn to stay out of the chats I do not belong in. That's all we can do, Michael. That's all we can do. Yep. You get it? Okay, good. Because that's one thing that will never happen here. If somebody has a comment about somebody else, they better take it out the chat. It won't happen here. And here to talk about this. Yeah, we're all here about the topic. That's all. I am the type of person that I will call all parties to have a private room. Rumors get started. That's all you can do, and that's you got to do it. A lot of times, some people don't even do that. Oh, he said, she said. Well, I wasn't there. I didn't recognize it. I don't know. I don't care. Now, if it had something to do with me, I'll be notifying you. Is this true? What did you? And look, that Mark can tell you. Carol can tell you. Most of the people who know me can tell you. If I say something about you, you will hear it from me the way I said it and how I said it and why I said it.
Mm-hmm.
I see it warned. If it warns me to tell you, now, there are sometimes some people tell you something totally different than what I said. I'm still going to let the person know this is what I said. This is the content of what I said. Now, whatever they tell you from there on is their business. This is how I said it and why I said it and what I said. That's just the way I do business. It's up to you to take things personally. And I don't take nothing personal. That is so true. This is one of the things I am truly working on. That is awesome, Michael. There you go. 10,000 times more positive. That's all we can do. One day at a time. Remember, this is a social media and a form of entertainment. This is not an off button. Yep, that's true. Yep, that is true too, Carol. Because Carol will tell you. I tell it like it is, and I'll tell you what I said. I think I've even said that once before. I even reached out to someone. Oh, by the way, you might hear this from so and so that I said this. This is what I said. This is the content it was in. Just to let you know ahead of time. Yeah, I sure do.
John Robert is right here, bud.
And we all have, Michael, but it's what you do with it from what you learn from it. That's all we can do. Yeah, don't absorb it. It's a waste of your time. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. All right, little Debbie.
You have a good day, hon.
Somebody's at my door, or in the driveway at least. You heard the dogs?
Barely.
Yeah, you can hear them pitty patting on the ground. Let's see here. Go to my camera.
I didn't even know that they were still using dial-up from 34 years.
Are they?
Yep,
I didn't either.
I read that yesterday, I think. It's like, well, I remember it, but I haven't used it in
I have a package at the front door. That's what they were
30 years.
That's probably your package from you, Mark. That's what they were barking at. Let's see here. I apologize to someone that accepted. That's true. That's all you can do. There's nothing you can do to change their mind. That's right. I don't like to do a lot of explaining, so I keep taking. Yeah, I do too. You're heading home today? By the time your husband misses you, I'm sure. Maybe not, but you never know. You want an AOL again? You got mail. I think you're all amazing. Awesome ASL. Others think that let's see, what others may think. What others think of me is none of my business. I know.
That's true. Absolutely, Angie.
So true, Angie. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. They use dial-up. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I used dial-up. Was back when I worked offshore in the 90s, the early 90s. It was like in 93, 94, 95 when I worked offshore. I worked on platforms cooking as a head chef. That's a long time ago. You miss your hubby. I'm bet he misses you too. You want to say you got? Well, that's good for you.
Yeah.
Well, landline is different than dial-up. Dial-up was with the internet, where it had that interesting sound that it made while it was connecting your computer to the internet back in the day. That's what they mean by dial-up. Well, everybody, it's getting to that time. If anybody wants to come up after the show is over, you're more than welcome to. The link is at the top of the chat. Mark, what do you got going on today? I know you got a big, important thing going on today, don't you?
Absolutely. Jen Had and I are going to be doing the Friend Selling with Friends. And tomorrow I'm going to be on the Hump Day auction. And then Sunday, we've got Angie's Oddities, and Southern Siren Vintage Gina. It's our guest.
I got to highlight these comments. Stephanie says, yep, if you are worried about what anyone thinks, then you are not concentrating on the most important thing is yourself and how to get better. Amen on that one. And Cheryl says, in conclusion, if anyone tells you that Cheryl said it, then lying. Come tell me. That's right. Go to the source. Why waste your energy? There's no need for that. None. Not a zilch, zero. Also, don't forget I will be on today at 1:30 with the Friends Selling with Friends, and that's 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. So as I say before I end each and every show, if anybody would like to come on, that link is at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to join us. Don't forget today at 2 o'clock, I do have a video dropping. It is a short video, but it's also about our remakes of our morning shows on topics. That'll be out today at 2 o'clock and one again on this Thursday at 2 o'clock. I'll drop some of my videos at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see you back again tomorrow on the Hump Day, where we do our morning show as well as the Hump Day auction at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later. Peace out, and y'all come back now. You hear?
Bye.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make